town for about 10 days in the middle of the summer, and pretty much incommunicado with my business. I didn't have very good Wi-Fi where I was. I didn't have a very good phone signal where I was. So my emails that came in, I didn't really put anybody in charge of them, or my phone and things like that. So I missed a few calls. I missed a few emails. And when I got back to some of them, they were ready for me, and others, they weren't at all. What I want to talk about this today is the idea of being timely in your response. I'm Bill Hermann. This is Creative License. And when it comes to being timely with people, it used to be that I could even put on my voicemail when people call, "I'm Bill Hermann," and leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. And for those people, wasn't a problem, as long as I stuck to that rule. Okay, you tell them you're going to be back within 48 hours. You better certainly show up in 48 hours. But if you haven't figured it out yet, the world has changed. It has changed a lot. These young men and women are used to immediate gratification and immediate responses from the people they want to buy from on a regular basis. And it makes it really, really difficult for us to show up as quickly as they need us to. I've had I've got an email once before where I got the email and I waited a half an hour to get back to them, and I did get back to them, and they had gotten responses from 2 other companies and made a decision in the 30 minutes it took me to get back to them. Okay, it's not fair, but it is a new thing that we have to be dealing with on a regular basis, which is our clients need a timely response. They need to hear back from you immediately, even if it's just, "I got your message, I'd like to sit down with you, why don't we call? Why don't you call me later in 2 hours? Why don't you call me tomorrow at this time?" At least they heard from you right away. Okay, now this will also make you look really good, because there's a very small percentage of people who are really getting back to people that quickly. At least specifically in my business, in the DJ business, the number one thing I get from people if I call them within 30 minutes or even an hour or even 2 hours when they called me is, "Oh my goodness, you got back to me so quickly, thank you." I've been calling DJs for 3 days and all I got is messages and no one's getting back to me. But as soon as I sent you an email, within 30 minutes to 2 hours, you got back to me. That's amazing. I've had people hire me because of that. I'd like to think it's some of the other things that I do too, that I might be a little talented. But when they come right out and say, "Hey, you getting back to me as quick as you did really matters to me." Now, when I don't get back to my clients on a timely fashion, whether it be people that are looking to hire me or people that have already hired me, they can feel it. And what they usually feel is that you don't care. Okay, so you end up having to apologize for that. You end up trying to recreate the kind of integrity they expect, which is someone to get back in a timely way. Now, this is one more thing that we have to deal with as business owners, but it is real. You really have to take it on, because if you don't, then you might as well just, I'm just going to deal with what I'm going to deal with, because you're not going to get back to people as fast as they want. And it is really about that, right? And you need to show up the way they're hoping you're going to show up first before you can create something brand new for them to see as a possibility. So, what do you think about this? Have you been a victim of this itself? Are you one of those people that get crazy if people don't get back to you right away? I'd like to know. Write it in the responses below, or send me an email at bill@billherman.com. Tell people about the podcast. The more people that watch, the more I can continue to do this. And until next time, I'll be right here every Thursday on Creative License with Bill Hermann. Bye.